Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 9 p.m. English News Edition. Here are the top stories. Congratulations from President Gele to the re-elected President of Ivory Coast and the President-elected of Tanzania. Another national news signing ceremony for the contract for the second electricity interconnection project in Ethiopia and Djibouti. And for the international news in the United States, Mamdani elected mayor of New York. The details tonight. The details tonight now. His Excellency the President of the Republic and Head of Government of the Republic of Djibouti, His Excellency Al-Haj Ismail Omar Gele, sent a congratulatory message to his Ivorian counterpart, Mr. Alassane Ouattara, following his re-election, wishing him success and prosperity after the official announcement of his victory in the recent presidential elections. In his message, President Ismail Omar Gele wrote, "Under your wise leadership, the sister Republic of Ivory Coast has significantly strengthened its economic standing." The Djiboutian head of state also noted, "I hope that the renewed confidence recently placed in you will serve as an additional impetus in your determination to deliver all the benefits of sustainable development to your country." It is worth noting that a similar message of congratulation was also sent to the re-elected President of Tanzania, Her Excellency Suluhu Hassan. And now a signing ceremony for the construction contract for 230 power line between Nagad and Galafi. The Republic of Djibouti today officially launched the construction works of the 230 power transmission line between Nagad and Galafi. The launch ceremony took place at the Kempinski Palace Hotel in the presence of His Excellency Mr. Yunus Ali Gedi, Minister of Energy in charge of natural resources, and His Excellency Mr. Ilyas Moussa Dewale, Minister of Economy, the World Bank, resident representatives, several members of the government, as well as the General Director of EDD, Mr. Jama Ali Gele, and his deputy, Mr. Abubakar Hassan Gesot. On this occasion, the Electricity of Djibouti signed the project implementation contract with the Indian company Transfer Limited, marking the official launch of the project's construction phase. Funded by the World Bank with an amount of 55 million USD, this project represents a key stage in the implementation of the Horn of Africa initiative, which brings together 5 countries in the region and a shared vision to build a prosperous, integrated and cohesive Horn of Africa. This initiative is based on 4 main pillars, the first of which is enhancing regional infrastructure connectivity. The second, a power interconnection project, perfectly embodies this objective by strengthening cooperation in the energy sector and promoting regional economic integration. And now the Ministry of Energy, His Excellency Mr. Yunus Ali Gedi, emphasized that this project stands as a powerful lever for economic growth.
Vous le savez, après la première mise en service.
Today we proudly and officially launched the construction of the 213 kilowatt Nagad Galafi power line. This project marks a significant step in our effort towards a sustainable energy transition and strengthening regional integration. With this initiative, Djibouti positions itself as a key player in the promotion of renewable energy in line with the visions of His Excellency the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Gele, who aims to make our country 100% green energy by 2035. The financial support from the World Bank and the African Development Bank underscores the importance of this project not only for Djibouti but also for the entire Horn of Africa region. The construction of this high voltage transmission line between Samara, Ethiopia and Nagad, Djibouti is a major milestone in diversifying our energy sources and ensuring optimal energy security for our population. This project goes beyond a technical endeavor. It is a strategic lever to enhance regional energy cooperation and support sustainable development in our region. We are confident that this project will help reduce our dependence on fossil fuel while solidifying our geopolitical position as an energy hub in the Horn of Africa. This project will also significantly improve the stability of our electricity grid, a critical factor in supporting the economic growth of our country by ensuring a reliable and consistent energy supply. We are creating the necessary conditions to attract more investment and develop our industry. This is a significant step towards a future where Djibouti will become a key player in regional trade and a model for sustainable energy development.
And now, for his part, the Ministry of Economy, Mr. Ilyas Moussa Dewale, highlighted the importance of this project as a catalyst for regional integration and sustainable economic growth.
L'énergie abordable stable.
So this is a historic moment for Djibouti and for the entire Horn of Africa's region. The signing of the contract for the construction of the 213 kilovolt Nagad Galafi power line represents a major milestone in our effort to ensure inclusive and sustainable economic growth. This initiative perfectly aligns with our government's strategic priority, particularly the diversification of our economy and the improvement of regional connectivity. We know that energy infrastructure is essential for supporting industrial and commercial development, and this project will help transform our countries into the leading energy hub in East Africa. The World Bank financial support of $55 million is a testament to the international confidence in the strength of our economic vision and the project we are implementing. This funding is not just an investment in energy infrastructure, but also in Djibouti's future as the center of excellence for regional cooperation. By linking the electricity grids of Djibouti and Ethiopia, we are opening the door to new economic opportunities by facilitating trade, reducing energy costs, and enhancing the competitiveness of our countries on both the regional and international stage. This strategic project, in addition to improving energy security, will also have a direct impact on job creation and stimulating the local economy. We anticipate growth in investment across various sectors thanks to the improved reliable energy supplies and grid stability. This will enhance our country's attractiveness to foreign and regional investors while creating opportunities for Djiboutian youth and local businesses. It is a true lever for developing our country, our infrastructure, creating jobs, and reducing poverty.
And now, for his part, the representative of the company and the Director General of the EDD, Jam Ali Ghele, underlined the signing of this contract marks a decisive milestone in Djibouti's ongoing efforts.
So we are the Transrail limited company, listed in the Indian company, and we are 40 years old company, and we have a footprint around 60 countries in the world. Out of the 60 countries, around 25 countries we are working in Africa, funded by the World Bank, AFDB, lot of multilateral funding agency work. And for this project, like Ethiopia, Djibouti interconnection, really thanks to the EDD, they have given the privilege to us, and they have selected us in terms of our technical and financial marks, and they have awarded this order to us. So definitely we will give over 200% for this project. Even the Ethiopia part, the Samera Kambolcha, that also executing by our company also in Ethiopia. We are doing the Ethiopia part, and now we got a privilege to do the Djibouti part also. It's a 18 months. So the Ethiopia part is funded by the AFDB, and the Djibouti part is funded by the World Bank. Yeah. So we have not seen any problem in the Djibouti.
To have a very good coordination with the people who are living on that area. Yes. That's very important because they are going to use also this electricity. So normally that's what we, EDD and EEP, we are committed, to prepare whatever it may happen, we are ready. So we have done a lot of meetings with the community. Here in Dikhil, Al-Sabih, we have already done. And they have also done, because here they are here, they told me they have already done also, because the community is very important. We have to, it's compulsory to get the action and support of the community. And that's very important.
And now the Djiboutian Institute of Statistics, in collaboration with the Djibouti Chamber of Commerce, CCD, organized on Wednesday, November 5th, 2025, at the CCD Conference Hall, an institutional meeting marking the official launch of the first general business census of Djibouti. This event of major importance for the national economy brought together several high-ranking authorities and key private sector stakeholders, including Mr. Ilyas Musa Dawali, Minister of Economy, Mr. Mohamed Warsam Adiri, Minister of Trade, Mr. Musa Yusuf Dawali, President of Chamber of Commerce, and the Director General of Instad. The first general business census constitutes an essential decision-making tool aimed at strengthening the monitoring of public policies, promoting the private sector, and guiding the country's economic development planning more effectively. The institutional meeting also served to raise awareness among economic operators about the importance of their active participation in this national exercise, which is the key to improve knowledge of and highlighting Djibouti's economic potential. During this official event, the Director General of Instad, Dr. Ibrahim Abdi, presented the objectives, methodology, and strategic scope of the census. The census aims to produce a comprehensive inventory of all enterprises operating within the national territory, thereby establishing a reliable, complete, and up-to-date database on Djibouti's economic landscape. In his address, Mr. Yusuf Musa Dawale, President of the Chamber of Commerce of Djibouti, reaffirmed the Chamber's full commitment to supporting the successful implementation of the General Business Census.
Le REGED, premier recensement.
The President of the Djibouti Chamber of Commerce, the launch of the General Business Census of Djibouti is a pivotal moment for our country, and it's with great enthusiasm that we welcome this initiative. It is crucial to understand and appreciate the diversity and richness of Djibouti's economic fabric, which goes far beyond large businesses. This census will allow us to better grasp the reality of the informal sector, small businesses, artisans, traders, all of whom contribute to the vitality of our economy. These often invisible actors play a fundamental role in employment, value creation, and social cohesion. Through this initiative, the National Institute of Statistics will provide the Chamber of Commerce and all economic stakeholders with a solid data foundation for better decision-making. This will not only enhance economic planning but also support businesses in their development. In fact, such detailed census data will help us better understand which sectors are thriving, identify gaps, and highlight the specific needs of Djiboutian businesses, both small and large. This work will be a cornerstone for the development of policies that are tailored to the realities on the ground, ensuring effective and sustainable economic strategies.
And now in his speech, Mr. Mohamed Warsa Madiri, Minister of Trade, commended the launch of the REGED as a strategic initiative that will greatly contribute to strengthening Djibouti's economic governance and business environment.
C'est pour moi un réel plaisir de prendre.
I commend the Minister of Economy and Finance and Instat for launching the General Business Census of Djibouti. This census is a fundamental tool for strengthening our trade policy and supporting entrepreneurship in our country. As the Minister of Commerce, our mission is to support businesses, particularly those that are growing or in emerging sectors. With this data collection, we will be able to better target our actions and public policies to facilitate access to financing, reduce administrative barriers, and promote greater competitiveness in the regional market. Beyond simple data collection, REGED will allow us to identify sectors that require specific interventions to stimulate their growth. By highlighting the strengths and weaknesses of the local economic fabric, we will be better positioned to develop tailored trade strategy that enhance our market position both locally and internationally. This initiative will also help to build transparency and trust among investors by providing a clear, accurate view of the current economic dynamics in Djibouti.
And now Mr. Ilyas Musa Al-Dawale, Minister of Economy and Finance in charge of the industry, commended the launch of the REGED as a foundational step toward a better understanding and strengthening Djibouti's economic fabric.
The General Business Census of Djibouti represents a key moment in our government's economic policy. The economy of our country relies on a deep and comprehensive understanding of its productive forces. Thanks to this census, we will be able to have a complete and precise map of the businesses operating in the country, their locations, their sectors of activity, and their specific needs. This data will serve as a powerful tool for better management of public finances and will allow us to more effectively target public investment in the infrastructure and services that are essential for businesses' growth. From the perspectives of economic planning, REGED will strengthen our ability to anticipate market trends, detect blind spots, and respond more quickly to economic challenges. Furthermore, it will enable us to design more tailored fiscal and budgetary policies to foster a dynamic and inclusive economy. The business census is also a vehicle for transparency and trust, both for citizens and investors, by providing reliable data for informed decision-making. Ultimately, this initiative demonstrates our commitment to building a stronger, more resilient, and sustainable economy.
And now we go into the National Assembly, where the Finance, Public Economy and Planning Committee of the National Assembly held a meeting today to continue its review of the amended finance bill for the 2025 fiscal year. The meeting chaired by the committee president, Mr. Shamarka Musa Arre. was attended by the Minister of Budget, Mr. Ismail Ibrahim Roble, along with the senior advisors accompanying him. Discussion focused on several key issues, including public expenditure management, the reallocation of the sectoral funds, the trajectory of the national budget, and the sustainability of public finances. Following the deliberation, the Finance Committee issued a favorable opinion on the amended finance bill, which has now been referred to the upcoming plenary session for adoption. Now, health. The Minister of Health, in collaboration with the Ministry of the Environment and Sustainable Development, today inaugurated the country's first insect production and research center, established under the Djibouti Mosquito Control Program, the first of its kind in both Djibouti and the region. The ceremony was presided over by the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdullah, accompanied by the Minister of Environment, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Halam, the Minister of Communication, Post and Telecommunication, Mr. Radwan Abdullah Badon, and the Minister of Higher Education and Research, Dr. Nabil Mohammed Ahmed, who together cut the ceremonial ribbon to mark the official opening of the center. The event was attended by several senior officials, including the Director General of the National Security, Mr. Hassan Said Khaireh, the Secretary General of the Presidency, Mr. Mohammed Abdullahi Uais, the Governor of the Prefect of the Arta region, Mr. Hassan Dabali, and the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Ilmi Bouhgoud Adde. Also present, the Director General of the members of the medical committee and representatives of the local population from the Dabarjog sub-prefecture. The Entomology Center represents a state-of-the-art scientific infrastructure dedicated to the production, research, and monitoring of the Mosquito Allies program, a technology designed to reduce the spread of mosquito-borne diseases such as malaria. It is the first facility of its kind in Djibouti, reflecting the government's strong commitment to modernizing preventive health tools and adopting innovative public health approaches. The Mosquito Allies program aligns perfectly with the visionary leadership of His Excellency President Ismail Omar Guelleh, who places health, science, and innovation at the heart of Djibouti's sustainable development agenda. This ambitious project responds to the public health challenges posed by malaria, which continues to affect certain regions of the country. The partnership between the government of Djibouti and the Oxitec aims to strengthen national capacities in biological research, entomological surveillance, and health innovation. And now, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Halam, Minister of the Environment and Sustainable Development, expressed his great satisfaction with the inauguration of the Insect Production and Research Center, describing it as a major milestone for environmental health and sustainable development in Djibouti. He emphasized that this achievement reflects the government's commitment to protecting both human health and ecosystems through innovative, science-based solutions. The minister highlighted that the fight against mosquito-borne diseases must go hand in hand with the preservation of biodiversity and the responsible management of natural resources. And for his part, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdullah, the Minister of Health, emphasized that the inauguration of this center represents an important step forward in Djibouti's fight against vector-borne diseases, particularly malaria. He highlighted that the facility will strengthen the country's capacity for research, monitoring, and innovative interventions, thereby improving public health outcomes and contributing to the overall well-being of the population. Now we go into the Asad Jog region in Ali Sabih. The meeting hall of the regional council hosted a dedicated to the handover of a donation of 1,500 books provided by the Deradawa Alliance. This initiative, warmly welcomed by the regional authorities, marks a new phase of cultural cooperation between Ali Sabih and the Alliance. The donated books were officially handed over to the Ali Sabih Youth Association. The ceremony was attended by Mohammed Warsam Adiria, Minister of Trade, Mr. Shamarka Hassan Alale, the President of the Regional Council of the region, and the Director of Alliance Center, Mr. Hussein. In his speech, Mr. Shamarka Hassan emphasized that this support symbolizes the enduring friendship and solidarity between the Deradawa and Ali Sabih. Mr. Shamarka Hassan Alale stressed the reading remains a fundamental tool for educating and empowering the youth. The president of the Regional Council also expressed his gratitude to the donors and reaffirmed the Council's commitment to supporting cultural initiatives in the region. In his address, Mr. Mohamed Warsam Diria, Minister of Trade and Tourism, warmly welcomed the donation of the books from the Dire Dawa Airlines, describing it as a significant contribution to the cultural and educational development of the youth in Ali Sabia. He emphasized that the initiative like this strengthen cultural ties, promote literacy, and empower young people to acquire knowledge and skills that are essential for personal growth and community development. We're coming back to Djibouti now, where the Grand Hotel Ayla yesterday hosted the two high-level session brings together policymakers, experts, representatives of international organizations, and a large number of young leaders from across the African continent. The high-level session highlighted the pivotal role of African countries in implementing effective policies for youth. Discussion focused on many measures. Representatives of institutions, including representatives from youth ministries and technical financial partners, shared their experiences and recommendations to enhance the effective participation of youth in decision-making bodies. The second session provided a space for expression and lively dialogue as to highlight tangible initiatives led by young African leaders in the fields of social justice, peace, environment, and social innovation. This forum facilitated the communication between key stakeholders from government, civil society, and the private sector, paving the way for new coordinated effort to promote a more inclusive and resilient Africa. Through these two sessions, the African Youth Forum reaffirmed its commitment to empowering youth and enhancing their role in building a sustainable future for the continent. Participants unanimously called for strengthening intergenerational cooperation, institutionalizing youth participation public policy, and promoting ethical and visionary leadership. The event concluded with a formal call to translate commitment into tangible action, placing African youth at the heart of development and social justice. The second global summit on social development opened yesterday, Tuesday, in Doha, Qatar, with broad participation from heads of state and representatives of international and regional organizations. The opening session was chaired by His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Emir of Qatar, who emphasized his country's commitment to supporting international effort to achieve inclusive social development that strengthens global solidarity and social justice. Djibouti participated with a high-level delegation headed by Jibah, a senior advisor to the Ministry of Social Affairs and Solidarity. The delegation included Mr. Musa Ahmed, chargé d'affaires at the Djibouti Embassy in Doha, advisor of Djibouti's permanent mission to the United Nations in New York, the Director General of the National Institute of Public Administration, and Director of Social Development at the Djibouti Social Development Agency, EDDS. This summit marks 30 years since the first global summit on social development held in Copenhagen in 1995, renewing international commitment to social justice, reviewing progress toward past goals, and setting priorities for the next phase in line with the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. And now, following the inauguration ceremony chaired by the Ministry of State for Sport, Mr. Hassan Kamil Mohammed Hassan Kamil, conference discussion continued on the framework of the AU policy for sustainable sport in Africa at the Sheraton Hotel during a second day of highly productive workshops. The conference included representatives from AU Region 4, as well as prominent figures in continental sports, including Dr. Ogwell Bernard Patrick from Uganda, chair of the AU Sports Advisory Council, chair of the AU Sport Executive Committee, and chair of the Regional Sport Council of Region 4.
Sport in Africa conference with all the member states of African Union Sports Council Region 4. The conference is going on very, very well, very engaging topics and conversations around how we can strengthen sports policy implementation in our respective member states to ensure that there is maximum beneficiation of the citizenry and the countries from sports and sports for development.
And now for the international news, as I mentioned on the title, the UN the Mamdani, born in Uganda, was elected the mayor of New York, marking a meteoric rise for this Democrat who was relatively unknown just a year ago as a member of the state legislature. During his victory celebration on Tuesday evening, the newly elected mayor addressed Donald Trump directly. "To get to one of us, you have to go through all of us," he added. "Donald Trump, since I know you are watching, I have 4 words for you. Raise your voice." Relations between the two have been tense. The sitting U.S. president had threatened to withhold federal funding from New York and exert control over the city if the Democrats won. The newly elected mayor stated, "New York will remain a city of immigrants, built by immigrants, fed by immigrants, and starting tonight, it will be led by an immigrant." This is it for this 9 p.m. English News Edition. Thank you for watching us. Stay tuned for more on RTD.